Hello and welcome to Nerdarchy. For nerds by nerds. I'm Nerdarchist David. Today I'm joined by these fine nerds, and we will be playing Zoo Mafia RPG, run by our zookeeper. That's what we call the GM in Zoo Mafia, Nerdarchist Ted. We also have some very special guests and friends of the channel joining us as usual. We've got Robin, Carlos, and Steven. Their links are down in the description, so you can stalk them in the good way, not the creepy way across the interwebs. Go say hello. With that, before we get started, we do have the quick start rules as well as the form fillable PDF character sheets or playbooks, I should say, over on the website. I think I might even have a link down in the description to it there. Also, there is the zoomafiarpg.com that you can go to sign up for the newsletter to stay in the know. We're threatening to run random games of Zoo Mafia across the internet for people. We just have to figure out a good way to schedule them, and then we're going to start making that happen, I think.
Indeed. So we are in Central City Zoo. This is a bit of dark time, as you may or may not be aware. If this is your first session with us, Zoo Mafia is set in the 1920s, 1930s, during the height of Prohibition. They're zoo animals, so at night, the animals try to go wild, do crime, but don't let the humans catch you. So with this particular mafia, this group, if you will, this mob, are trying to impress Machine Gun Otto. So I'm going to do as we've been doing for quite some time. I'm going to roll a die and see who it is that is going to introduce themselves. What happened on the last session? That's going to be a 3. So Robin, take it away.
Okay. Let me see. I believe last week was the week that we finally brought in the alcohol and got to meet Otto in person. And so that I'm not risking taking all of the facts, and so that Dave doesn't have to go after Steven, I'm going to tag Dave to go next.
Well, thank you very much. I'm going to be playing Tully the Speedster McGee. I am a driver tortoise, and he likes to go real fast. Let's see, what did we do? We had to get the booze by stealing it, but we did have like a stopgap because of Roscoe's friend Dorothy was kind enough to step in and kind of do a loner. But we went and robbed Carlo Hambino and his establishment, which was a very elaborate plan. Some things may or may not have been set on fire, but I feel like that kind of happens all the time when we're involved. With that, I will throw it to Carlos. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you. What's good, internet? How's everyone doing? So I'm playing Arnold Shortman, the hippopotamus grifter, and what really stood out to me last episode was I was flirting mad heavy with Charlie Chains. A gentleman never kisses and tells, but hey, who knows? You know what I mean?
Charlie Chains Gaetano is what? Do you remember?
He is a giraffe. A giraffe. Yeah. And with that, just to give you a quick heads up, I lost my digital notes while I was purging files. So if I ask you questions, don't get mad that I forgot some stuff, all right?
No worries.
Thank you. With that, I will pass it over to the illustrious Steven.
Hey, thank you, Carlos. So, guys, we raided a club. It was the Sty. It belongs to Carlo Hambino, our arch nemesis. It was a blast, literally. So, first off, we had our beloved Arnold, who disguised himself as an ostrich that, because I'm hungry, I remembered as Bojangles, and I know that's wrong. But there was
it's close. Jenny Jangles.
Jenny Jangles. See, it was not as far off as I thought, which is great. But also, like, he did a great job seducing this Charlie Chains giraffe, who was like super menacing, hated Roscoe because Roscoe was cheeky, and that's just Roscoe, he's cheeky, right? And so while he's seducing this giraffe, Roscoe is causing mischief and starting fires, and Tully is in the back waiting on us to like come out, and in the process almost got caught, and so had to do a little murdery business. And then we had Frenzy, who was just like chilling, walking through the back, carrying stuff out, because that's what we're doing now. And it was great. And we got away.
So all in all, you guys managed to wrangle a decent amount of goods, get it safely delivered to Machine Gun Otto, or more importantly to Oliver, who secretly got it to the river bottom, and you got invitations to said club. You got to hang out and chat with Machine Gun Otto himself. He actually sat down at your table. Somebody, called him sir. He's like, there's no need for that. You got to have a grand old time and kind of, hoot it up a bit, if you will. Oliver told you before he left the table that this could be the start of something good, and that message would make its way to you in the near future. So the following day, after the night's revelry, or after the following evening after last night's revelry, comes, the humans are gone. You don't have any messages at the moment. Is there anything anyone wants to do?
Get first aid.
That sounds legit.
I think
How-
I kind of feel like, well, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I feel like Tully's going to want some, like, if there's no pending jobs or anything like that, he's going to want some downtime and probably hang out with Maurice, spend some time with Kenny, the newspaper boy. Maurice is the orangutan that works on all of his engines and motors.
His literal grease monkey.
Yeah, his literal grease monkey. And perhaps he will also write a romantic letter to Maria, his on and off again girlfriend, who is a flamingo, and they're currently off. Apparently, she walked in on him murdering someone with a crowbar and got all pissy again.
These kind of things happen. So what about anybody else? What's Roscoe's plan? What's Arnold's plan?
Roscoe is chilling and like tending his wounds. I have 7 wounds right now, like, or rather, I have 7 health left. Sorry, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. So I'm like almost to the unstable mark.
Okay.
I don't like being there.
Sure.
So
Roscoe wants to put his. Got it. What about Arnold?
Arnold's also not feeling great, but he's better off than Roscoe from what I gather. So I will also be. You can't have a shortage of HP. HP is a good thing to have a stockpile of. So I'll heal up.
And last but certainly not least, Kenzie, what are you up to today?
Oh, she's checking in with her civilians. Like, people were messing with them before, so she's just here to make sure that doesn't become a problem.
So all people are in the reptile house, so it's pretty easy for you to keep an eye on them, right?
Yeah.
So what one of your friends is an ibis? What is an ibis?
It's like this big long bird, like with a graceful neck, kind of.
They look like cranes, but more colorful.
All right. So that one would not be in the reptile house.
No.
But that could kind of give you an in should you ever have to do anything against Al Capone, because that's somebody who is going to be in and around her territory.
Mm-hmm. Got to be careful about that. She doesn't know what I'm doing.
Sure.
But
that's the way all of your friends work. It's
I just got to make sure that my iguana has not continued to have been pestered.
No, with you guys, you didn't really obliterate the laughing stock, but you did some serious damage to it, and they have they have not been back to press since.
Excellent. Well, that is what I wanted to do.
All right, so you guys spend a few days, being able to rest and recover, checking in on your friends, kind of, having as much time to just relax, go back to River Bottom should you so desire, or to Dorothy's. At about this time, word kind of comes to you guys that, with the theft from the sty, and with there now being enough time that Wild Bill the Beavers stills up and running. River Bottom is flush with alcohol, and they're going to begin sending stuff back to Dorothy's place. And there's some potential connections that sound like they're being made there. So nothing on the criminal end beyond, alcohol and gambling stuff, but that is what it is. You guys, keep your ears to the news, and you find out that, through the underground, the sty has been closed for renovations and what have you, knowing that you guys set some fires and made some explosions, killed some people, and all kinds of carnage has happened. But you get a message that says that Oliver is looking to have a meet with the four of you.
Well, I guess
Wow.
we're gonna have to meet with them since we're trying to get into their family.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When Otto says he wants to meet up with you, you better show up.
So Oliver shows up in his regular attire, things that all he's got to really do is put in that stogie, and he looks exactly like Otto. But he, as you come in, sit down, within the meeting room that they've got. It's like, all right, you guys have proven your worth. The testing grounds have certainly proved you out. So now it's time for the first real mission. And the hand that you've dealt to Carlo Hambino is kind of shut down a number of his operations. And while I know that there's some animosity out there towards Hambino, we don't want to just target him. So right now, Hambino is weakened, so he's not going to be fighting back. Otto's looking to take over more than just Hambino's territory. He wants it all. So Machine Gun Otto is asking you to move against Al Capone. Now, with Machine Gun Otto getting stronger with each and every move that's being made here in the zoo, the other positions get weakened. Over the next few days, Hambino's looking to try to just get back to square. But if we move in on the owl, I got 3 targets for you. And it's going to be tricky. I'll let you decide how you want to go about it. You can either take them out or bring them in if you think that they can be trusted. Jenny Jangles is the ostrich, and this is one of Al Capone's heavies. She hits hard. She kind of mirrored her tactics from one Charlie Chain's Gitano. So I believe if the stories tell, you guys already know that particular story. As you know, that Al Capone tends to favor the avians in her organization. So there's 2 groups. You can either go after, should you not want to go after an individual, you want to bring in groups to our organization here. You can go after a group of muscle, They call themselves the birds of prey. Eagles, hawks, owls. The leader of that is on again, off again boyfriend of Al Capone, goes by the name of Brad Spit. If you're not looking to go after the muscle, you can go after the hitters, the real gunners that Al Capone likes to use when things are a little bit more flamboyant. Group of flamingos that call themselves the Pink Ladies. They're known to have a lot of wit and charm, fast. So now's the time to impress. Who
Did
can
you- Did you say flamingos? The Pink Ladies?
I did.
It seems like such a waste.
Well, like I said, if you think you can bring him over to join Otto, knowing that he's going to be on top, that could be a scenario that could be advantageous for all.
Well, I'll have to see what I can do.
Wow.
That's the mission.
So I get the vibe that you're very enthusiastic about these flamingo ladies there, Tully. Is that the case?
I just would hate to see him get hurt. But also, we should take out that ostrich, so our man Arnold can continue his I don't know, whatever he's got going on with Charlie Chains. But with the ostrich out of the way, it'll be wide open for you, buddy. He nudges you in the ribs. Elbows you in the ribs.
Oh, shucks, man. Thank you.
So, like I said, take him out, have him join us, however you see fit. There you go. Kind of nods his cap, says the room is yours. Steps on out.
So we need to do some reconnaissance and figure out what's going on with all these different adversaries. These birds of prey, these pink ladies, and this ostrich. Jenny Jangles.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I might be so. Let's see. Let's see if we can do the reverse of this now. So I will see. I will use a "you know who I am" feature since I know who Charlie Chains looks like. Let me see if I can mock myself on this. I'm playing both sides of the field, folks. Yeah, we're doing this.
So I think we've established that the
Okay.
grifter's like our bard archetype then? Is that the case?
Yeah, I mean that's the stereotypical con man
7, 8, 9,
face.
10, 11.
kind of thing. They're always smoozing.
So I pulled up an 11, which is great because I didn't want to use
that's-
a marker.
That's a success.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that.
So, all right.
Because I'm
so,
running kind of iffy on markers, so I'm like,
all I got to do is just, roll double sixes and succeed.
oh yeah, just roll double six. It's no biggie.
Hey, Frenzy, with all these feathered friends we're going to encounter, you could replace your boa several times over.
Oh, I'm sure they wouldn't take too kindly to that.
No, probably not. You should probably skip pink, though. I don't think that's your color.
So, Arnold steps out and spends some time getting all done up to kind of come out to be a spotted and very heavily jewelried up giraffe.
Mm-hmm.
He's hanging off his belt, more wrapped around his wrist, and kind of like come off to his knuckles.
Huh? You had me there for a second, buddy. I thought you were
Like-
gonna you were gonna get me.
I stared down Roscoe with the meanest grizzly that a giraffe can give.
Hmm. I think it's
Just
the
trying
eyelash.
to. Oh, okay, hold on.
The eyelashes do it.
Fixes himself up some and like, yeah, okay, thank you. So, what you think, Roscoe?
I think you look incredibly menacing and herbivorous. Herbivorous. I'm not sure what the word would be. You look like you eat plants.
You really
Oh,
look like
well-
you could smack something with your head really hard.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, wait, eat a blackberry or something. Their tongues are black.
Well, let's just say I got a good look of what Charlie Chains looked like.
You did it. So you've done yourself up, but how are you going to, find out where Jenny is and how you're going to approach her? And once you approach her, what are you going to do?
That's all TBA. One step
TBA.
at a time.
You mean TBD?
TBD. Yeah, to be announced, to be
Oh,
determined.
to be announced. Okay. I'm like,
Yeah. So I guess now that
what do the
alright,
rest
so,
of you do? What do the rest of you do while Arnold is getting all made up?
So, what do either of you guys know about these birds of prey?
I don't know much.
I know they all have very keen senses. There will be no hiding from them.
Hmm.
Well, hiding's not really my thing anyway.
Well, then maybe what we need to do is we need to worry about hiding in plain sight so that way when they see us, they don't notice us.
I prefer to hit them hard and fast, so the only thing they have time to see is their reflection in the grill.
Mm. It sounds like you have a very, very specific plan in mind, actually.
Well, I've been dying to get my hands on one of those human cars. I think they call them Model Ts.
Oh,
My name starts with a T.
that is true.
So it does. So it does.
Actually, before we get going, I should probably try to find some trash because I'm going to owe a raccoon very soon. So he'll kind of like while they're getting made up and the giraffe is happening, can I just like look for some of the good food trash?
Sure.
Let's see if I can find a thing.
Yeah,
This could
let's,
also come in handy.
Yeah, so let's make an awareness roll. What's your people?
Okay. Here we go. That is a 7 plus 0, 7.
7.
Yes, no doubles.
That's some kind of a it's success with a consequence. So where are you snooping that you're gonna find yourself getting in trouble?
I think because we are already kind of going after the birds of prey, I'm probably snooping in that general vicinity to get a feel for the layout of the area.
Mm-hmm.
And then perhaps I'm spotted or something.
Okay. So we'll say that one of the the birds in the enclosure, are kind of like looking down and they acknowledge, fully take in, you just kind of like going through the garbage cans looking for whatever you can.
And then
But you found something.
yes, it seems that I have actually just looking for a bite to eat, Human food, can't get enough of this stuff.
So the bird doesn't really say anything, but like it just kind of like gives you the okay, whatever you say, look. Not, you really sold it or not.
What kind of bird is it?
Let's see here. We're gonna say it's a kestrel.
Okay. Your plumage is looking especially luminous this evening in the moonlight.
Why don't you move along, Furface?
I mean, that's fair. I don't have feathers. This doesn't look as nice. And he kind of like rubs his fur.
You get a little bit of a chirp that may or may not be a laugh before it's kind of like turns away and begins flying in another direction.
Okay. So, yeah, he'll kind of make off with his food and then he'll let everybody know. Guys, there are lookouts in the area, by the way. And one of them may or may not have noticed me looking for this for Arnold's raccoon friend.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we owed him some stuff, huh?
Well, I do because I asked him to get some of that good catnip for my friend in the fuzz.
There'll be one Ricky the raccoon.
Yeah.
Well, not an actual inhabitant of the zoo. He's actually found in the zoo more often than not.
So I will just stash this for an appropriate time. And yeah, so how are we going to get in? Are we going in buns a glazing, or are we trying to be more slick and sneaky about this? And he's kind of looking specifically to Frenzy when he asks this.
I'm telling you, when it comes to owls and eagles, they're gonna see us coming. There is no sense in going quiet. I will try if you all want to.
So is the plan you're looking to go to try to take out the birds of prey?
I think so.
All right, yeah.
Now, is this simultaneous to when Arnold is going to go have a conversation in a Charlie Chains outfit with Jenny? Or is this kind of not happening simultaneous and Arnold is just practicing his getup? What's the plan here?
I think simultaneous sounds more fun. But what do you all believe?
I think simultaneous does sound more fun, but
It
there
does.
is some merit to you showing up as Charlie Chains and maybe throwing suspicion towards Carlo Ambino.
That is accurate and fair as well. In fact, while in this ruse, I may actually get information that I need.
But we haven't been
me.
great with tactics so far, so why start now?
Our tactics can blow it up.
I'll, you know what? I like what you were proposing, Dave. So I will tag along with y'all, and I may or may not find information in regards to Miss Jangles, but we'll see what happens.
Well, she is of the avian persuasion, after all.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's got that long neck and long legs, but the colors, they're all wrong. I mean, it's perfectly fine if that's your thing.
Sometimes beauty has no particular color.
I guess I'm going to use my startup job ability to see what I can get my hands on.
Sure.
Or my paws on, or I got to figure out what turtles have.
They have the ends of legs.
All right. Well. All right. That is going to be a 7. So. So we're not gonna be able to get our Model T. That's for sure. Let's see. Let's see. You know what? I think we're gonna unstash the moped that was used in a previous crime with the sidecar.
Nice.
Oh, great! It's just where we left it. No one's disturbed it at all.
The fact that you're a quadruped, or that turtles are quadrupeds, I do believe it would be feet, and therefore, since you're walking upright, they would have to be correlated to hands. So I don't know.
Point of order really quick.
Sure.
So do we reset our health at the beginning of every new job?
No.
No. Okay.
No, you had 3 days, so you all have the ability to heal 6.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're good anyway.
So that should put all of you at a good spot, if not fully healed.
Okay.
Oh,
All
here's
right.
my
Cool.
dollars.
And we did discuss that in between jobs you do become stable.
Okay. Yeah.
It's unstable that goes away.
Yeah. But markers still stay gone forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're
Mhm.
gone.
Okay. Because I have 3 of those missing right now.
Oh yeah. I'll roll double 6s and
Yeah,
what happens.
Hey,
Gotta be
that's
the right
all you
six.
gotta do, right? It's not like that, is hard.
really casually, just do it, please.
I mean, we've seen it happen 3 times in one session before, so I
I
don't
mean,
want
that's fair.
Fair enough.
I
It
don't,
happened. I used to get it all the time when I didn't need markers, and now I need
Right.
markers.
Right.
Well, I mean, we're at the halfway point for this, this session. So,
you don't even need double 6s. You just need doubles, and for the ally boss to be showing.
That's
Yeah.
It could be double
And-
1s.
Oh no.
but then you still have to succeed.
Well, yeah, you still have to succeed. So there's that.
Right.
So if you got a 3 in your stat, that could work. Go home. All right. So with that, are you guys doing any kind of planning, any kind of reconnaissance? I know Roscoe went out and decided to go find some, food that he stashed away for Ricky on the, on the
But
need.
actually, it's my starter job ability to call in a favor to see
Okay.
if I can hopefully I don't impound any more of my allies,
Sure.
That would suck. 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. All right. So success with consequence, or does that one have something different?
7 through 9 gain 1 hold.
All right. So what's the question you want to ask?
Well, I guess the question I'll ask is
Where do they hang out? I think we need to
yeah,
figure
where
out
do
to
they
get 'em, right?
hang out? I would like to they
Who they?
everybody. I would
Wow,
GPS of the whole zoo.
That would be lots of questions.
Right? I'm
You get
joking.
1. So are you looking?
Okay.
I think
The
you're
location of everybody. I'm joking.
The
Yeah,
birds
are you
of
asking
prey, right?
about Birds of Prey or Jenny?
Birds of prey, sir.
Do they got a
Right.
clubhouse, a hangout? What do they do?
So that there is a clubhouse, if you will. It's generally just referred to the nest, and it's, while not quite exclusive to avians, it is one of those things that it's like, all right, it's above board, if you will. They're not serving alcohol or whatnot, but it's essentially guys club.
Alrighty. In the favor that I'll call in is someone that I'm making up right now. Joe
Sure.
the Rhino.
Joe the Rhino.
And he's he owes me a favor and whatnot. So what happens is he's gonna cause a distraction, assuming we make a successful escape. Possibly stampeding things that will help cover us as we make our escape out.
Is this so that you can get in, or is this so you can get out?
So we can get away cleanly.
How are you signaling?
Or now that I'm thinking about it, if go with Frenzy's plan, we can just stampede in. So there's no hiding from them.
I feel like he'll know the signal when he sees it, and it'll probably involve fire.
Yeah, it'll be fire. It would
It'll be
definitely be
fire.
fire. Fire and smoke.
Hmm.
Mm.
So how do we want to do this? Do we want to all go through the front door? Do we want to do a multi-prong attack?
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
prongs are usually useful.
And is Arnold showing up in form as Chains?
As chains.
Okay.
That's perfect. Me and Charlie can go in through. Does the clubhouse maybe have a big like plate glass window
Sure.
in the front? Perfect. Me and Charlie will go through the front, and Frenzy and Roscoe, you can circle around to the side or rear entrances.
Sounds
Okay.
like a plan.
We'll catch them
Yeah, I
in the
think
crossfire.
So this is one of those places that has multiple entrances because being birds, they can just step out and fly. So it takes a little bit of work to get you guys kind of up the tree and into place.
Okay. Which group is going first?
That's entirely
So
I think a good distraction would be Charlie Chains and Tully just like walking up like, hey, what's up, brother? What doing up in here? And then like, what the hell is he doing here?
no,
Type
no,
deal,
that's
you
not
know?
what we're doing at all. You're in the side
Oh,
car,
okay.
and I'm not letting you out.
So
So I want to find like a building or an enclosure, the closest one to the clubhouse,
Mhm. Okay.
and we're gonna drive. We're gonna use it as a ramp.
How did I gather this is what it was going to be a thought pattern? All right.
I love it better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Uh-huh.
If this is gonna be, get out of a jam.
Yep.
If you succeed, you get in there, and it's gonna be tough getting the moped, down without it being destroyed.
Oh, that's not a problem. Before we take off, I stuff like a T-shirt into the gas tank.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
Number two, if you succeed with consequence, you're taking damage, and if you fail, you're taking a lot of damage.
All right. Wait for
Especially
the signal, guys.
Especially because you're talking about you've got an open tank right now.
I'll give you a marker, Dave, okay?
Oh, I see two bosses. I see two bosses. All right. So it's a 12. I still have a forward, making it a 13. But both the both the neutral and enemy boss are showing, which seems really fitting for this scenario.
All right, so the neutral and enemy boss cancel each other out for you, but the rest of the party gets a +1 forward.
Okay. Lovely. That was awesome.
But you come crashing into the nest, and there are 11 avians, in the room. A couple birds look to be like wait staff, if you will. Maybe not bartender being the appropriate word, but servers and what have you are up there. But there are definitely 11 targets And I will say, with that success, you will take one of them out as you kind of crash into them.
Charlie, get off
Nice.
now! And then I light the t-shirt and roll and just roll off the side of the notepad.
Yeah. Just start jumping out. Like, ah!
All right. So as you're carting it forward to explode. Is that the plan?
Well, basically, as soon as we kind of like crash through and land in the center of him, he just lights the t-shirt, turning his moped into a big Molotov cocktail, and then tries to jump off of it.
All right.
And
So why don't you and Arnold give me a get out of a jam roll?
That's Moxie, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm rolling pretty nice tonight. Okay, that's gonna be a 11 plus the 1, so that's 12.
All right.
I got a 9.
All right. So with the 9, you get out of the way, but you get singed a little bit. So take a point.
So worth it.
You take out a section of the wall. You take out a couple more of the birds who haven't even had a chance to pull out weapons yet.
Carlo Ampino sends his regards.
Great. You know what? Watch. Like, all right. So, like, I've been rolling pretty nice so far, but watch me really fuck up when I really need it.
That is probably what will happen. That's right. I'm 1 XP away from gaining an upgrade, an advancement.
Well, if you don't fail during this combat, you'll certainly be able to level up after the session. So you begin watching as the birds begin kind of pulling out some weapons. You watch as one very tough looking owl pulls out a what do you call it, brass knuckles and a heavy pistol, and he begins wading towards you guys. Roscoe or Frenzy, do you guys step in at this point?
Yeah, I want to smack somebody upside the head with my tail.
Oh yeah.
So
Which of them do I deem to be the more present danger?
So there is one very tough, very pretty looking owl. His feathers are all slicked back, and he's got that very cocky look on his face.
He's a greaser. He's a greaser owl.
Yeah. There's an owl, there's an eagle, and there's a hawk that all like stand out from the rest of the mooks that are here.
Yeah, all right, let's pop that owl in the beak.
All right.
It's gonna be 8.
8 will land. Now do you shooting or you punching?
Oh, I'm punching.
All right. And you're a goon, so you do 2?
Yes.
Right. So he seems to resist a little bit of your thuggery, but he catches you with his with the back of his gun. You're on the wrong side for him to hit you with the brass knuckle, so you take 1 in return as well.
Excellent.
Roscoe.
So Roscoe is gonna pull out his pistol and shoot the same bird that Frenzy's going for.
All right.
All right. So okay. That is 11. No doubles. Unfortunately. So the ally boss showing doesn't help me. Plus 1 for 12.
All right. 12. That turns it into a crit, which
Hey,
actually makes the difference, because if you're using a regular pistol, you wouldn't be able to hurt him.
oh, So yeah, he just takes aim, looks real good, and he says, "Hello, pretty bird," and fires.
So you know, Arnold, what about you? What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna whip out my Tommy gun and go say hello to my little friend. Just spray as many as I can.
All right, give me bring the heat.
We are bringing it, sir. Hopefully. All right, so that's not gonna work. So I'm definitely gonna spend the marker to make it hit.
Okay. So you said you're trying to hit as many targets as possible.
Yes, sir.
So do you want to take down 3 mooks?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So you gunned down, 3 of the avian mooks. A couple of falcons and a kestrel. Drop to the ground.
Entire time, man, my chains are jangling. Like, you know what I mean? Bringing, just like, ah.
Yeah, just let you know, Charlie Chains doesn't use a Tommy gun. He beats people up.
Oh,
Just saying. So if anyone gets away, they might know.
So what I'm hearing is we got to commit mass murder. The original plan.
So there are still 5 adversaries in the room, and gunfire sprays. You're all taking 2.
Ouch.
Yep.
Ah.
So who wants to go next?
I will pull my crowbar from my shell, and I'll advance on one of the mooks.
Okay. Give me a bop.
Right. That's a bop. It's a 7.
It's a 7. So you hit and bring one down. But as you do so, you hear this cry from behind, Ray! As you get a clobber to the side of your neck for another one.
Oh, quit it. That hurts.
Wow.
You're gonna get scuff marks all over my shell.
Anybody else?
Am I nearby, Tully, as he gets jumped?
I mean, he moved into melee, and you were kind of firing. So I don't know. You tell me.
Well, if he's nearby, I'll like and punch the
mook who
guy
did it.
that's jumping. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you can move over and do that. Give me a bop.
Hopefully, my dice actually do it. 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, it's going to be a success with consequence. He sees you coming, and he kind of like slips you as you knock his block off.
All right. I'm assuming that's a point.
Yep.
Cool.
The 8 mooks that were here are now done. The walls are now seriously on fire,
Which is better than kind of on fire.
Very much so.
Roscoe, Kenzie, are you guys doing anything?
Kenzie, you go first because what you do is going to affect what Roscoe does.
Right. What is there left to hit with my tail ring?
So there is the owl that you're kind of squaring off against. There is an eagle and there is a falcon.
Okay, are any of them like particularly in the process of beating my friends up badly, or am I free to continue wailing on this owl?
No, I mean the other 3 are, or the other 2 are like moving into the fray, if you but right now it's only the owl.
10.
All right. So normally, that would hit. But he sees the look in your eye, and he kind of like sidesteps and maneuvers away from your attack.
Oh. Oh, fancy feet. That's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Roscoe is gonna try. Is there a section of plants that isn't currently actively on fire?
Yeah, the one corner is on fire, and smoke is coming this way from where the moped crashed.
Okay.
Up. But there's a good section of the area that's not on fire.
Roscoe would like to take cover and hide in the trees because he's gonna try to sneak attack somebody next time.
Okay.
So yeah,
roll for that.
Make a go for it.
I said I'm not as familiar. Do you make a roll to hide?
So hide isn't like a special ability or anything. I have to be hidden in order to use one of my special abilities. So that's what I'm kind of going for right now.
All right, so go ahead and give me a sly roll. Commit a caper.
Okay. Oh, that's not great. That is double ones, no ally boss, but that is a 6.
That is a 6. So no, there's a lot of damage up here. So you would have to pretty much leave the nest in order to actually get hidden, which means you'd be too far away to come in and do your sneak.
Yeah, okay. And then what happens if I get doubles and a failure?
Doubles and a failure. That is a failure, and you take a -1 forward.
Okay. So I have a -1 next time. Ouch.
Well, I think you get some XP, right?
You do get XP.
Yeah, I get an XP. Hey.
Woo!
That is a thing I love about this system, is that when you fail, you still get XP. So it's not totally just a loss, which is nice.
Indeed. Yeah, fail forward is kind of a good rule set to use. You still have your name from Friday night there, Robin. So I almost used that name.
Oh no. I can fix that. Hold on.
So Kenzie, as Brad Spit, sidesteps your well-timed and what should have been a perfect attack, he comes in underneath your good arm, and he hits you for 2 and gives you a -1 on your next attack.
All right.
So your arm kind of goes a little numb, little dead arm action.
I feel like this is a boss fight.
I mean, come on, it's Brad Spit. What would you expect?
Fair.
Well, you know what they say, man. If it's your first night at Flight Club, you gotta fly.
Man, that is awesome. If we were playing D&D, that would be inspiration. All right, so then let's see who. So Roscoe, because you were trying to get away, you're kind of out of the range. So the eagle takes a shot at Tully, you take 1, and the falcon takes a shot at Arnold, you take 1.
Yep. Can I use that potential inspiration to just say no to the damage? It's no, I'm joking.
You could use a marker.
Nah, okay.
I don't think you want to use a marker on 1 damage.
Nah, I don't think so neither.
All right, so who wants to do something?
Are there is this you said this is a place without alcohol?
Correct.
What is in here?
So it's a little clubhouse. There are a number of tables and chairs, but there's more than chairs. There's perches for them to kind of sit at. But then there is a bar that has like regular food and drink.
Are there like any wooden kegs?
I wouldn't say there's any wooden kegs, but I mean there's chairs. What are you looking to do with a cask?
I'm looking for like a barrel.
To do what with?
Put something in it.
Yeah, unfortunately not in here.
Okay.
Hmm.
I am going to like duck behind the bar for cover.
Okay.
Because I cannot keep getting hit like this because this is bad. I'm gonna move behind for cover, and then I'm gonna toss one of my Molotov cocktails at one of the bosses. I guess one not standing next to Frenzy.
All right. So that would not be Brad Spit. That would be towards the Eagle or the Falcon.
Let's go with the Eagle because he just annoyed me last.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is only a. Oh, that's a 6. That's a straight up failure.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So that kind of bounces and explodes against the far wall, which is basically right next to where the corner that was on fire from the moped crash. So this one complete side of this structure is now not sound, and the fire is beginning to burn down the other end as well. So it's getting pretty hot under the collar in here.
I'll take it.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll shoot off my Tommy and try to duck behind cover as well. And then
All right. Who are you shooting at?
I'll aim at the Eagle in the air. Or
Okay.
the Eagle.
But Dave, that was an XP, which means you could level.
I did.
So that was a 6. Not great. So I'll take my XP.
It's XP, and you duck behind cover and fail to hit either of your targets.
It just so happened to be the cover that's on fire. Oh my god.
Roscoe, Kenzie.
I think that because I'm seeing how much we're struggling with this, Roscoe is going to shout "Amscray," and then he's going to pull out the Tommy gun that he got last time and try to give Kenzie cover fire to get away. So he's not necessarily trying to damage the owl. He's just trying to get him to have to seek cover, basically.
Sure.
So basically, that's get out of a jam, and it would just be giving Kenzie a forward.
So, well, let me ask this question. Kenzie, are you going to flee combat?
I would be a fool to turn down the opportunity, but I will grumble about it as I do.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I got a boss showing. It doesn't matter because
That's a real Kenzie thing. That's like a real Kenzie thing the entire time. Like, I really wanted to keep fighting, but you know what? Dang it.
So I got an 8,
Okay.
but and I'm rolling Moxie, you said, or
Yes.
so that's just straight 8
Okay. That would be success with consequence.
because I had a -1 from before.
Right.
So okay. Maybe the consequences because I shouted "Amscray," all the attention was drawn to me.
Well,
Sure.
when you use break it up, when you do assist, basically if you get whatever the consequences that may happen, when Kenzie does something, then it happens to you instead.
Oh, okay.
That's how that would normally work.
Okay, so actually if she has a consequence, then it happens to me. Okay. Cool. So yeah,
All right.
I just shout and give cover fire.
All right. So, Kenzie, what do you do?
I disengage.
All right. So you quickly flee to get out of the way. You've got, Arnold, Roscoe, and Tully still in the nest as you begin to make your way down the tree. You watch as Brad Spit takes flight and kind of begins like circling. No, not like he's not like watching you, but he's you know what? Put your peepers to work. Let's see if you know what he's doing.
Ooh. That's 11 before I factor in any of my numbers. I rolled
All right,
very well.
So he's clearly signaling, someone.
Yeah, I let the others know that. We should probably beat feet.
All right, so what do the rest of you do?
Yeah, it's time to go.
Time to leave, folks. We had a great time.
So you watch as the nest continues to burn, and as you guys quickly backtrack and try to get out of here. Nope, wrong one. This one. Unfortunately, Roscoe, you take a point of damage from trailing fire, gunfire, as you get out. You all manage to get away as the Hawk and the Eagle take flight as well and begin flying deeper into Capone's territory. But took down a number of mooks. You set the nest on fire. Not a complete waste, but certainly not a mission successful.
Oh, that was rough. That was rough, guys. Is everybody okay?
I think I cracked my shell.
Is my makeup good? I think I got blood in my makeup.
At this point, I
We
think
can
it's,
fix that.
at this point, I think it's makeup in your blood.
Yeah.
You all right?
Wait a minute. What about Stampede? As the smoke trails higher and higher.
And as you watch, Joe the Rhino begins, as you guys are kind of going down the tree, the Rhino comes, charging through with a couple of buddies, clearly on, some kind of tirade, and it makes just enough distraction from, the Eagles' observation from above, and you slip off into the night before the rhinos begin charging in another direction, and you're pretty sure you hear some sirens coming.
Maybe
man.
the fuzz will finish them off for us.
We should probably lay low.
So low.
So where do you guys head?
Reptile house.
It's been our hideaway so far.
So you guys head back to the reptile house. I imagine you do some kind of clean up.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We look great.
Round of medicine, I imagine happens as well.
We all pour our medicine as like shot glasses.
Well, while we're kind of bandaging ourselves up, Roscoe's gonna just go up to Frenzy, like kind of off to the side, and be like, "Hey, look, I know you were really wanting to finish that fight, but I didn't want to see you get hurt. Sorry if it stepped on your toes."
I understand.
You doing
I
all right?
understand. Yeah, I think so.
All right. You've seemed a little off ever since the whole debacle with your buddy, the professor.
Yeah, I know. I just wasn't expecting him to get involved, which is silly. I know it's silly.
Yeah. Yeah. Ties are something that it's hard to break away from with this life.
It's certainly not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just impressed that you keep some of your friends that stay out of the life.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking he would have gotten into that whether I had been involved or not, and I was able to help him. So
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That must be nice. But yeah, I just wanted to check in is all because you've been a little, I don't know, distant maybe. Want to make sure everything's all right.
no, I think that's accurate. I don't know. We kicked their butts. That's over with now. We'll pick the next ones too.
Maybe next time we need a better plan.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I thought that one was pretty good, but it didn't work out so great.
Well, it might have worked out a little bit considering that Arnold at least made it seem like Hambino did that.
Win some, you lose some.
All right. So considering, that fact, go ahead and give me a start spit and roll there, Arnold. Let's see if you were able to really sell the sizzle that this was Hambino and that you were Charlie Chains.
I really hope that like me punching the guy was convincing.
Well, you did do that, which would change up the fact. What do you got?
It's a double whammy. Well, first of all, they think Hambino's involved. Second of all, they think Charlie Chain has gone soft because he's using guns.
Oh, well, I'm gonna spend the marker
Okay.
because I got a 6, but not on the dice that I needed it on. Out of
So that's a success. So you guys know in the attacks that you've been a part of, you've seen someone claiming to be Al Capone attacking at the sty, and now you've had Carlo Hambino's men straight up attacking Al Capone, quote unquote.
Lovely.
It's
World.
looking pretty good, pretty aces.
Sowing chaos, just like Otto would want.
Now we just need to sleep for a month.
Yeah. Though, and Roscoe kind of leans on a table. We could still attempt the other job. The night is young, and our dear friend Tully does have a propensity for the pink-feathered variety of avian folk. And that seems a little less dangerous.
Oh, you might be underestimating the pink ladies. I mean,
perhaps I am. I don't have a lot of experience with lady flamingos.
they can be quite fiery.
Sounds like our sort of person, frankly speaking.
And these particular pink ladies work for Al Capone as his heavies. So if it goes sideways, it's gonna hurt a lot.
So how
more than my heart will be broken.
that being said, if you're entering in earnest, I can't imagine they would rough you up too much for a genuine pursuit as such. I don't know. I guess I don't know much about the lady folk in general. Kenzie, what do you say about the flappers? Do you think that Tully might have a chance with some of them, or?
You know, there are many tastes in there, as varied as there are fish in the sea, so maybe.
But flamingos
And
don't. They go for shrimp.
I go over to some of my disguises, and again, I don't think I can use my abilities to actually make him appear someone else, but I feel like I have enough equipment in my stash to kind of help him look the best Tully can look. You know what I mean?
Oh, I can't imagine if you roll a 6 on this, what he'll look like.
So what kind of role?
I don't even know
what
what this would be. You're trying to essentially convince someone of something. So I feel like this is probably gonna fit best as a magnetism.
Well, I mean, like if. Well, I kind of figure if totally agree. I'm not gonna like if he agrees to it. I just kind of like have you ever seen a Queer Eye, Ted? Where they go in, shush up them, the people, make them look hella great.
Okay.
Kind of like, but that's only if totally agrees. If he's like, nah.
Oh yeah, he'll let you.
Oh, great. Then
Yeah, so you know what? Yeah.
definitely-
So what I feel like this is like you're essentially doing a break it up for start spitting. So if you're successful, he's gonna get a +1 to his magnetism on on interacting with.
So 5, 6, 7, 8 with 2 5 showing.
8 total.
8 total with 2 5 with double 5s.
All right, so 8 with doubles, success. You're gonna get a -1 forward, and you get to give a +1 forward. So you could do this and totally just be like, Dave or Tully's getting a +2 off of this deal.
I'm gonna make sure he really schmooches up good. Yes, totally
Okay.
take your
All
+1 plus your +1.
Do we know how many pink ladies there are?
You don't.
I want to. I think I want to try and put together like
A dossier.
like a gift basket.
Oh.
With the choice food that flamingos get, especially that stuff that makes them stay pink, because apparently the zoos curate their diet specifically to make sure they stay pink.
They eat shrimp.
The zoos actually give them a special diet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because in the wild it's whatever there is to eat, but in the zoos they can control that. Okay. So I will get a nice variety, and also if there's like a botanical garden someplace in here, I would like to go steal some flowers and make like an arrangement.
Sure.
Oh, can I do a thing, Ted?
Sure. What do you want to do?
I want to try to use my start of job feature, the you're coming with me, to try to like nab somebody who knows the flamingos, and then just like basically like sit them down with Tully and have them tell Tully whatever one of them in particular likes.
Wow, you're
Like what would win them over? Huh?
Sorry, I'm doing multiple things at a time, trying to get set up for this scene. Say that again, please.
Okay, I want to try to go find somebody who knows the flamingo ladies, and
Okay.
you're coming with me to basically like strong arm somebody into coming. Oh, we might have lost a Ted.
We'll DM ourselves or zookeeper.
Yay. Well, I'm trying to strong arm somebody into coming with me to go talk to Tully and say what one of the flamingo ladies, probably the head in particular, really likes, like what she's into, what sort of gifts she likes, all that sort of stuff.
Okay. So I think first you're gonna need to investigate and try to find out who's gonna have that information.
Mhm.
And then you would need to go be able to snatch them.
Okay. So what do I need to roll?
So put your peepers to work is how you're gonna investigate.
Okay, I have a 0 in that. You know what? Nope, that's not gonna work because I got doubles and they're ones.
Wow.
So yeah, no bosses, but I got double ones. So I failed hard on that one.
Yeah, so that's going to be you go out to try and look, and apparently a lot of the birds are on the lookout because there's been some problems.
Yeah. So I get another -1, right?
I mean you didn't have doubles, right?
I did have doubles. I got double
And yeah.
ones.
Yep, then that is another -1.
Yeah. Ouch.
Right, so I imagine you report back in and you say that you weren't able to get anything going.
Yep.
And I'll
Yep.
Frenzy, you have a friend that's an avian?
I do.
Oh,
I don't know what she'd know though.
ask. I mean, even if she
All right.
even if she doesn't know, she might know someone that does. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying that, it's an option.
No, I don't. I
Okay.
don't think that she would, because that would be putting her friend in danger, and she doesn't have anything to do with this.
Sure.
Just go ask
Like,
Maria.
as far as everybody else is concerned, my friend does not exist. I like the ones that I live with, I have to talk about, but this one, not quite so much.
Okay.
I mean, I'm acquainted with an avian myself, Pete, the parrot.
All right, so is Arnold looking to go talk to the parrot, or is Tully going to talk to Maria?
No, that would be the very crass to go talk to Maria.
Spit with, my guy.
So I'm gonna use my best judgment and my experience with Maria, and also my brief experience with Dorothy, and also probably picking Roscoe's brain about his friendship with Dorothy as well. And I'm just going to do it.
To do what?
I'm going to approach the pink ladies.
All right. So I thought you said you were putting together gift baskets.
Yep.
Yep. How many are you making?
I'm going to make one big one.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know how many there are. So am I rolling for the gift basket?
Sure. Let's go.
Or is it just part of this? Just start spin.
Um, let's have it all in one go. What is the overall presentation of your appearance?
So I,
And your greeting.
I think like if he can find like a giant clamshell, whether it's real or fake to steal, he wants to grab one of those and lay it all out in that, and put some of the more choice foods that they like, the bird seed and different seeds and crustaceans, and then some plants that he or some flowers that he stole from the botanical garden inside the zoo here, and if he could like, I don't know, grab like a tiny bird cage and trap a butterfly in it and add that.
Sure.
Hmm.
All right, let's give a roll. Start spitting.
All right, so what do I see when I enter this scene?
So you just wander around until you find where a group of lady flamingos seem to be at the water's edge. It's definitely a bit of a odd feeling is like the five of them watch you approach, and there are other flamingos in the area, but these ones certainly seem to be more in the know, and their gaze is far too and following as you're kind of casually yet confidently approaching with this basket.
Okay.
And this roll is basically to determine whether they're gonna accept you to have this conversation.
Yeah. So the vibe that I think I'm getting from them is like
Standoffish.
no. I was thinking like Pinky Tuscadero from like Happy Days back in the day. I know I'm dating
Okay,
myself here.
sure. That's
But but she had like her own like gang.
Mhm.
And I feel that's what this is like.
Yeah.
Does one particularly stand out as the leader?
Put your peepers to work. Let's see if you can figure that part out.
All right. That's a 10.
That's a 10. So the one in the middle seems to stand the tallest, and you see that the two like on the outer edges seem to be kind of like casually yet slyly stepping in front to almost defend, if you would.
So I want to beeline that one, but kind of like I don't want to alienate any of them. So I kind of
they're
like,
all they're in a group, and if you've ever
Yeah.
seen flamingos stand together in a group, they're almost touching.
okay.
So like
Hey ladies, how's it going?
so I'm sorry, go ahead.
What a fine day it is.
All right, so
You're-
what was your magnetism roll?
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
Oh,
That's a 9.
with the
Oh, wait a minute. That's not a 9, because that's magnetism. That is a 7. That's
That's
the
a
same
s-
essentially, but
All right. So there's like, we ever had a conversation where like the conversation, like before it even gets going, it's got that slow start where you don't know if the other person is actually going to respond or not. There's this momentarily look back and forth as these flamingos all kind of like make eye contact with each other, before they turn and look at you and then finally say, yes, it's a pretty nice day. Is there something we can help you with? Tortoise?
I just thought I might swing on by, introduce myself, drop off some refreshments to the lovely ladies. And I produced this big clamshell that I made.
So why are you bringing us refreshments?
Well, I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I am a great admirer of flamingos. So graceful and beautiful. And he like bats his eyes at the lead one.
All right, well, with your batting of eyes, let's see if you can redeem yourself here. Give me another magnetism roll.
Oh god. All right. So, you know what? This is really important to my character. I'm going to spend a marker.
Wow. All right. Oops.
I've been admiring you from afar for a long time. I've just been too shy to approach you before now. It took me a while to work up my courage, but I would love to take you for a drive sometime.
5, you say? Not too many here in the zoo that tend to go for drives.
I love to go for a nice drive, especially like when, in the sunset is beautiful, like you.
So her long neck kind of like bends as she kind of acknowledges the compliment, and you see the tension seeming to kind of like ebb away from the two that are flanking to either side. So what do they call you?
They call me Tully. Tully the Speedster. I bet the setting sun rays off of your magnificent feathers would look amazing.
My feathers look amazing no matter what. I'll take that.
Oh, I wasn't saying it would make your feathers look better. I was saying it would make the sunset look better.
Oh, well, it's a whole nother way.
Perhaps I could take you out to dinner sometime?
That could certainly be arranged. I'm called Chi-Chi.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Chi-Chi. It's such a pleasure.
I don't tend to go many places alone. I don't think you have a vehicle for 5, do you?
I might be able to scrounge something up. Perhaps.
So do you try and, have a conversation here out in the open?
I think so, because if I try anything else, it'll get kind of weird and more awkward than it already is. Flamingos fly, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they do. Is it possible to procure a golf cart from the zoo?
Is it possible to get a golf cart in the zoo? Yeah.
I mean, I think this is the time you want to roll high for your Model T.
That's really just a once per job kind of thing, anyway.
It says people think flamingos can't fly because when they visit flamingos at the zoo, there's nothing stopping them from flying away. There are no nets, no cages. Flamingos use their wing to move to find better nesting grounds and food, but they feel safe and have plenty of food. They tend not to fly. Boom, learn something.
Flamingos are lazy.
Yeah. Well, maybe, or maybe they're just judicious about how they expend their energy. Perhaps tomorrow evening I come swing by and pick you and your lady friends up.
That would work.
Um, it's a date then. And he kind of blushes a little bit and will shuffle off after saying farewell. And he says goodbye to each of them.
All right. So I imagine you spend, a little bit of time, but you learn that their names are Rhonda, Frenchie, Rizzo, Sandy, and Chi Chi.
Oh, of course they are. This pleases me deeply.
Rhonda, Rizzo?
Rhonda, Frenchie, Rizzo, Sandy, and Chi Chi.
They named after the rats.
No, most
It's
of them
Greece.
most of them are named after the pink ladies from Greece.
That makes sense. So, who am I missing? I got Rhonda, Rizzo, Frenchie, Chi-Chi,
Sandy.
Sandy, of course.
Sandy?
They're all named after Gonzo's chickens.
Then we'd be missing Camilla. She's the most important one.
She is very important. All right, so with that, I will make my exit.
All right, so the hit against the birds of prey did not go so well. The schmoozing with the flamingos went pretty well. Is Arnold moving in on Jenny?
Sure, yeah. Let's
So
let's move in.
do you do any kind of investigation, or do you just wander around, avian territory trying to find a particular ostrich?
I'll try to get in contact with Pete, the parrot, and see if I can, get some information on where her whereabouts might be, or if there's any rumors of, where she frequents.
All right, so Pete, he talks about if the price is right, he'll repeat some juicy information. So what are you offering?
I think I might offer my Tommy.
Really? Wow.
If I can get some good info.
That's
I don't know.
That's a nice piece.
Speed only goes so far.
Sure.
Wasn't this the guy who was strong arming you before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Arnold, you're looking for some information on one Jenny Jangles,
Yes, sir.
But what is it that you want to know?
Well, I'm just trying to find her particular whereabouts or areas she may frequent.
And you think you're gonna give me a nice gun like that? Something so small?
Oh, well, let's just say this
must be
is
really
very important.
Well, obviously you keep your eyes to the sky and ears to the ground and all that. You know that there's been some problems happen over in Capone's territory today.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So lots of birds tend to come and go from the nest, and occasionally Jenny will make an appearance over at the roost. Capone's own little get together. But if you want the real juice, Jenny likes to stalk out over on the edges of the territory, looking over the savannah. As you may or may not be aware, she tends to look at the giraffes quite a bit.
Rumors say. You know what they say about rumors.
You're not going to visit the parrot dressed up like the giraffe, are you?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
That'll be absolutely silly. Ah.
So I mean that's sadly that's all the info that I've got on one ostrich.
Oh, you know what, Pete?
She's got a thing for the giraffes. So either you owe me one, or you pass along that nice piece, and I owe you one.
Sir, it's yours. Consider it.
He takes the Tommy gun, and it's a big weapon for a parrot, but he gets it set aside and like, all right, you got a free one whenever you need some intel.
Now, little he does not.
I'll find a way to get it.
No, this is just me talking to the zookeeper. Little does he not know this was used in a crime. And and I can't be walking around with a Tommy gun anyway, dressed as Chain, so
Sure.
that's
I mean,
like, you know what?
Could always put it in the hideout, but hey, that's your call.
Well, there's a hot gun on the street. You know what I mean?
All the guns are hot, dude.
True.
Oh no, I'm a criminal and I use the thing to commit a crime.
Yeah. Well, less evidence I have on me, the better.
Sure. Besides,
So,
the hippo didn't commit the crime. It was Tommy Chains.
yeah. I guess so I guess when the time is appropriate, I'll don my Charlie Chains, outfit.
So you put on the giraffe getup and you begin to make your way out towards where?
You know what? Let's go towards the savannah.
All right. So why don't you? Are you going alone? Are you keeping Kenzie or Roscoe as any kind of lookout backup?
Would they want to show up?
That's not up to me.
You're right. I mean, I don't mind having them.
I was under the impression that this was kind of a date situation, though.
Yeah, same.
I didn't mean like walking beside, but like,
Oh, like a far guard.
lookout.
Yeah, I'll play far guard.
Cool. I mean, there's alligators inside the savannah. Don't know how many red pandas are there, but
All right. So Kenzie and Arnold, put your peepers to work. And Roscoe, if you want to be there too, you can be hanging out with Kenzie so that she's not just sitting there all by her lonesome.
I think
11 again.
I think I'm gonna probably have Roscoe finish up with his thing so I can square up with my friend that I owe the catnip to. So
Okay.
unless something significant happens, we don't have to role play that. He's gonna go meet Ricky and get the catnip and give him the food.
Okay, done and done.
So I rolled a 7 double ones with ally boss showing.
All right, so a 7 with the ally boss showing. So you're gonna succeed with consequence. You get a -1 forward, but you give 2 +1 forwards.
Okay. I'll give my 2 +1s to Roscoe and Kenzie.
So you succeed, but they clearly notice you as well. Z, you are able to spot the ostrich, but you remain unobserved from further away. But the ostrich does seem to, like, even though like she's decked out in leg and neck bangles, she is trying to remain unobserved, looking out over towards where the giraffes tend to hang out.
So
You kind of make eye contact there, Arnold, as you spot her, but she spotted you.
So I just very coyly say to her, like, you have some beautiful bangles around your beautiful neck, as I kind of give her the eye.
So as Ollie kind of did, let's see how she receives your first compliment. Give me a start spitting.
All right, so -1. That's not bad. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. So like she's almost dumbfounded at how like blatant and obvious that you're being with it. I didn't think that something like that's like, and she stops mid sentence, like kind of looking at you, kind of not being able to voice whatever thought she's got.
And I was kind of, very coyly pick up a whatever flower I may be seeing nearby, and just like put it in her hair, or rather put it, right there.
Her feathers.
Like, yes.
So like she looks around trying to see, who else is around. She's not really like, it's clear like she wants to believe it, but she doesn't think that this is legit.
She thinks she's being
yeah, essentially.
And I guess to lower any sort of suspicion, I'll completely just casually sit down next to her and say, "How often do you come here? First time I see you around here."
Look, I work for Capone. You work for Ambino. Like, being awfully obvious. What are you doing?
Look, it's been a long time since I seen you, and I just wanted to, let you know that regardless of our current predicament, I've always been thinking about you, hoping you weren't there at any jobs that I may have to participate in, but maybe we can give up this life, find something simple for us.
It's really hard to get out of this life when you do the kind of stuff that we do.
Yeah, well, I might have chains around my neck, but not on my heart, so.
So how do you try to direct this conversation? Like, what is the goal? Like, because you mentioned getting out of this life, and like the mission is to either take her out or have her join Otto.
Yep. So I guess the way I first approached it, it was to be like, just stay out of the obvious. Oh, let's leave the life. We can't leave the life. And now I'm gonna try to persuade her, be like, okay, well, if we can't leave the life and we're opposing bosses, let's just join one boss.
So
with Otto.
All right, so I'm gonna have this be like a little one man skill challenge in Zoo Mafia.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh God.
give me a get out of a jam.
Get out of jam. 3, 4, and that's a. Moxie's a 0 for. I'm trying to see if I want to spend the marker when I'm at 5. But
You're at 5 total. How many markers do you have?
5 markers.
Okay, I would hold off. I am because
All right, so it's a 4.
we need to succeed on everything. I just want to see how the conversation goes. We'll kind of like narrate some elements of it. So let's see how well you can read her. So put your peepers to work.
Oh, I actually have an ability called You Know People. You
Okay.
read people the way others read books, etc., etc.
Sure, go ahead and roll that then.
All right. Oh, should I read too far? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God. You know what? I actually want to succeed on this one.
Okay.
I'll spend a singular marker during this challenge.
All right. And then just your general start spit and roll.
Remember how I said, Ted, when I really needed the most, I'm gonna start rolling like crap. That's not bad. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, with double
So-
2s with neutral boss feeling.
Double 2s with the neutral boss. Success. Everyone gets a +1 forward. So you wind up going through this like emotional roller coaster of things that were done and what have you. You're able to read and respond well to to what she's saying. There was a time where you said something that didn't make sense. You kind of got out of character and said something as Arnold would reply.
Oh shit.
But you played it off as look, it's been a rough day and there's lots of things about me that you don't know, and you're able to get the conversation back to the topic that you want to have. And you get to the point of, all right, well, what if we worked for the same? And she's like, you mean you coming to work for Al Capone or me going to work for Hambino?
And then I say, well, maybe Otto.
Why?
Well, look, if we're gonna take a risk, I think we should take it together. Let's shed our past and start something brand new. Your bangles and my chains clanking in the wind.
That's something I'm gonna have to consider.
Understand, but no, I'm gonna be thinking about it. I'm gonna be thinking. I don't want to see you hurt. I'd rather be fighting side by side.
Tomorrow
If we're
night.
gonna take on the zoo, we'll take it on together.
So she says, meet me here tomorrow night.
I'll be here.
So Roscoe goes and gives the the chicken fingers and fries that he found in the trash that's mostly uneaten to Ricky. Is able to get the catnip to be able to head to give off to Desmond, make everybody all kinds of happy. Kenzie watches this bizarre back and forth between the ostrich and the hippo dressed up like a giraffe. We watch as Tully walks away completely thrilled that tomorrow night he's gonna take the flamingos out for a ride. as the night, passes, we get into the following day. Oliver comes to kind of check in and find out what the hell happened yesterday.
Well, you wanted some chaos and for us to hurt some of the heavies, and we did.
So I see that
Oh,
some of
and I arranged a date with the pink ladies, so I'm going to take them out.
when I said take them out, I didn't mean date them.
But they're pink ladies. And Arnold's taking out one too.
Oh god.
Is this, the match game or something here? What's going on?
I don't know what that is.
Well, hold on. Like if things go well, we'll have an ally in this I'm sorry, 5 seconds. Jenny Jangles.
The stories come back that you attacked the nest and some of the birds of prey have been taken down. They're certainly not out of it. And
No, those birds are really tough.
well, I mean, that's their shtick, man.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to rethink our plan with them. We're going to go back and revisit that. We can't take them all at the same time.
Well, I mean, rumor has it you took out, quite a fair few.
Yeah.
We-
Had we isolated some of them, we probably would have did better.
We had you under observation, and some of Otto's allies had some bird legs for dinner last night.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean, I'm mostly a vegetarian, but nice.
So as long as you're making progress, we'll keep things going. I wasn't expecting everything all at once, but you seem to be attacking the mission from multiple directions. I thought be a little bit focus fire, but that's all good. And
Divide and conquer.
as he kind of like walks away, we'll pick up there next time to figure out how exactly we're going to handle a couple of dates, whether there's going to be further attacks on the birds of paradise or whatever have you next time that we get together for some Zoo Mafia at the Central City Zoo.
I wasn't anticipating romance on our Zoo Mafia game.
I was not neither.
I thought that if it were going to happen, it would be my fault.
For mine, like, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. This is great. Like every mob story needs that like romance with the guy in the fedora holding the lady with her pearls, going like, "All right, sweetheart."
Or, in this case, like 6 of them.
Right.
So you know what, I do crazy stuff, and you got to have elements that are out there for the players to respond to. And I'm like, oh, I put in this whole thing with Jenny as a thing to be like, oh well, how are they going to play this up? Neither did I didn't expect Arnold to attack it from both sides.
I didn't expect to attack it from both sides.
And
I'll date myself. Okay.
Otto said take them out, but he did not specify what exactly he meant by take them out. So Tully is like golden.
With that, come on back, next time. We'll be back. I don't know if we've got a live chat on Friday, but we're always here on Sunday nights with Dave and myself talking about all kinds of stuff. And we just hit the halfway point for this particular campaign. Utter chaos, as you would expect working for Machine Gun Otto. unlike the game that Dave ran. So until next time, stay nerdy.
Nerdy.
Stay nerdy.
Nerdy.